What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Gamer Show live stream. I'm your host, Fred White, baby. Alright, today is a Shareplay day. What does that mean? That means that if you have a PlayStation 4 and you are a member of the website and you subscribe to the YouTube channel for the people that's watching on Twitch TV, go ahead and follow us. If you do all of that, give me a friend request on my PSN account at KT_DIDDY and send me a friend request at The Game Show also on PSN. If you did all of that and you want to share play close to 400 titles that we currently now own, you can do so. Added titles that I just did today was Far Cry, Heavy Rain, well, Far Cry 5, Heavy Rain, Detroit, and Detroit Human Man or something like that. All of those are digital downloads, but A Way Out is also coming out, I think, next week, so you get to share play that. But before I start going on with my stream, I'd like to educate the people on what I do to use, what I use to do my stream out. Sorry, y'all. Let's start out with my custom built PC that I built myself. Yes, it's a PC that I did build myself. I am a PC technician. These are all of the specs that you see right there. Also, I use the new Elgato Stream Deck. Now, this is a must for any streamer that's doing this type of work. It makes life a whole lot easier doing your transitions and all that good stuff. So as I said, I'm doing a share play of Mafia 3 on the PlayStation 4. Go ahead and follow the instructions if you want to do a share play session today. And without further ado, let's get into the title, man. All right, hold on. Let me just check my volume for the YouTube side, because, you know, anything liable to go wrong. Check 1, 2. All right, I'm good. I got audio. All right. So as I was saying, today I just added a couple of more games. I got Heavy Rain. Now, this was a title that was out on the PlayStation 3. I loved it, but I never did finish it. I got like maybe 20 minutes into the game and then I just gave up. Let's see what other titles, if I forgot to mention any other titles. Purchase. Okay, so Detroit Become Human. That's what it was. God of War, Far Cry 5, and A Way Out. These are all playable games, share playable games. We got 7 more days for A Way Out. We got 70 days for Detroit Become Human. We got 35 days for God of War and 11 days for Far Cry 5. And Heavy Rain, let me see if that finished downloading. Yep, Heavy Rain is good to go. Let me see. Okay. And you might ask me, how am I managed to keep all these titles on my PlayStation 4? Well, y'all, I went on ahead and got me an 8 terabyte hard drive, man, and I'm about to run out of space now. So let's go ahead and get started. Continue where I left off at. And hold up. I had to cut the music off because I will get flagged copyright for doing this on YouTube. They will flag me for playing somebody's copyrighted music, so there won't be any music playing while I'm stealing cars and all that good stuff. Which is ridiculous. Now hold up. Do I gotta kill somebody there? Hold up. I got somebody I can murk right now. Now I've gotten further than this, but I was playing it on the PC, so I'm still trying to remember how to play this joint.
I need to catch my breath.
Damn.
Back from now. Old kid ain't riding ahead.
The key was to murk the dude. And then take the cash. Go ahead and squeeze in between that jump right there. Try this again.
cocksucker.
Who's got shit? In position. Let's do this. Just like hunting swamp rats. Let me at him. He's over here.
Please don't procreate.
Oh, I'm right here. I did that thing. I did that thing, bro. Where's she at?
Vito sent me. It's Connie, right?
Yup. Connie DeMarco. Been keeping an eye on the smuggling business for Vito. Roy Thibodeau's in charge now, and it's a damn shit show.
Why hasn't Greco bounced him yet?
Oh, he bounced Roy right into a hole if he got to say so. Greco didn't pick Roy, and that puts a target on his back. Still, Roy's trying to sell the usual shit from out of Cuba. Cigars and rum, mostly. Hell, rumor has it they even selling medicine and shit to the Cubans.
Sounds like Greco's scrambling.
Imagine Greco thought his Uncle Sal gave him a break, but no. So he's squeezing everyone, including Roy. Business gets any worse, Roy's gonna have to come down and see to it himself. My, Roy's got a few
All right,
guys
today I'm
here, man.
multi streaming on
Might take some
Twitch,
persuading, but I'll
Mixer,
get him to talk.
YouTube, and
You got hold of
Periscope.
any Roy's guys yet? They're sure to talk if you, ask just right.
I just don't want to get down there and the show's canceled because Morrison can't keep his drink in his pants.
Out of the way.
You've got a lot of
Oh,
See the
there's
fucking doors. It's
my
gonna be a
little
gas.
stolen whip.
My daddy used to bring me down here to see the ships heading out. Whatever you say.
And there was a way for me to buy like more guns and stuff like that. Like I said, I haven't played this joint in a long time, man, so I'm really rusty.
wants to see that baby?
I'll stay. You want to keep the family stuff out of the game?
Ignore him. Y'all come on over this weekend. We'll be glad to have you.
Hey!
Call. Well, let's be on the line, fellas. Might have to fold after this one.
I thought there was a way that you can crouch. Oh, there was it. I knew there was a way that you could crouch.
Oh, hell. What time is it?
Time for you to play another hand and let me win my money back.
Look who we got.
Gonna take more than you to hurt me.
Covering my ass.
Cover me while I reload. Circle round him. Boys.
Hey, miss me off.
Tagged ya.
Here you are.
Running for cover.
Damn. That hurt. I gotta rob the warehouse, but I think I gotta plant mines or something, or bombs on something. I don't know. I forgot. I honestly forgot how to play this game. I used to be real good at it. And I called that girl to pick up the money, and she never came. You'll be alright. Nothing suspicious about this car being parked on the curb.
Two more. Rita wants to see that baby. You want to keep the family stuff out of the game?
I'll ignore him. Y'all see that baby.
I'll stay. You want to keep the family stuff out of the game?
Ignore him. Y'all come on over this weekend. We'll be glad to have you.
Like a whistle.
Two more. Rita wants to see that baby.
I'll stay. You want to keep the family stuff out of the game?
Ignore him. Y'all come on over this weekend. We'll be glad to have you.
Now, where you hold up?
Want to play another hand?
Oh, hell. What time is it?
Time for you to play another hand and let me win my money back.
Want to play another hand?
Oh, hell. What time is it?
Time for you to play another hand and let me win my money back.
And if I had a bomb, I could have threw it over there.
Call.
Wallet's feeling a little light, fellas. Might have to fold after this one. Two more. Rita wants to see that baby.
You want to keep the family stuff out of the game?
Ignore him. Y'all come on over this weekend. We'll be glad to have you.
Two more. Marina wants to see that baby.
I'll stay. You want to keep the family stuff out of the game?
How do you whistle? Now, there's a way to it like some skills or something like that, man. But skill this. I totally forgot how to play this game.
fellas. Might have to fold after this one.
Let's see. That button hold to whistle.
Somebody there?
Oh, hell. What time is it?
Time for you to play another hand and let me win my money back.
Not a goddamn peep now.
Well, aren't you, of course, so-and-so?
Call. Wallet's feeling a little light, fellas. Might have to fold after this one.
I just heard something awful. Got him! Get over here! Hey!
Gonna put you down, son.
That felt real good.
I ain't going out like that.
Back me up, boys.
Guess we put the fear of God in how to give us.
I think that asshole's still
Okay,
around.
then. Where do you want to look? God damn it, it's fucking gone!
Want to check over there?
Another body! Where these camping?
Shit! You dead? Oh yeah, shoot him for fuck's sake!
Not a sign of it.
I could have swore he was
Want
here.
to check over there?
Maybe I should look over there.
Over there! Shoot him! I'm ready! There, hands are up!
I'm not fucking ready.
Oh, damn, that was the steps right there. That's what I was looking for. Is there anything else in here? No. I think that's it. I think if I took that truck too. Oh, is there something over here? I thought I killed everybody. I thought I killed everybody.
Two more. Rita wants to see that baby.
I'll stay. You want to keep the family stuff out of the game?
Ignore him. Y'all come on over this weekend. We'll be glad to have you.
Huh? There's nothing out there. Taking cover! He got me jammed!
Tossing a Molotov! Get him from the other side. This boy's mine! Come get me, boy! Dead asshole, 12 o'clock. Oh, man! Tagged you.
Now what am I supposed to do? I think I destroyed everything. Where's this girl with the money? That collects the money.
someone out here to River Road for this cash.
Hold your horses. I'll get to you.
What can I take off your hands?
Better not lose this.
Going straight to the bank.
place, boy. I know where you went, fucker! Ain't welcome here, numbnuts.
Looks like that cat turned pussy and ran off.
Oh, getting under cover.
Down a man!
Ain't too many of us left.
Get down here!
I know you don't belong here.
Must have run off.
How you doing, hon?
Out of the way.
Watch where you're going!
Well, look what the cat dragged in.
How you doing? Get someone out here to rip a roll for this cash.
Be there soon.
need to make a deposit, sugar?
Better not lose this.
Going straight to the bank.
Problems like this are gonna happen. Gotcha.
Hey, what's happening, man? Sorry I seen your text so the comment so late. Just doing another share play day.
I just don't want to get down there and the show's canceled because Morrison can't keep his drink and his thing is going somewhere.
Look out!
Jesus Christ, open your eyes.
Not saying y'all should go get shit-faced every night, but I highly doubt God minds if you drink and shine on Friday night.
Probably can't be around
Probably
here.
got more important things to do.
Look, Jesus Christ! I'm ducking down.
What?
I got a gator who loves color, boys.
Holy Jesus,
He's on this other side. Firing! Firing now!
Having cover. Take him down. Got ammo. Gotta reload.
Run for cover.
Oh, was that it? Oh. I was about to say. I didn't know that I placed an explosive on the cab.
Get someone out here to River Road for this cash.
Hold your horses. I'll get to you.
Yeah, it is, man.
Got something I
Keep
can
this
hang
safe.
on to for you? Okay, I'm good to go.
All right, so today you'll be happy to know that I got let me go to it. I got Detroit Become Human, which comes out in 70 more days. I got God of War, which comes out in 35 more days. Far Cry 5, which comes out in 11 more days, and A Way Out, which comes out in 7 more days. A Way Out, what they're saying is that you can give a token to somebody because it's a co-op player game only. So you have to, excuse me. So you have to have somebody to play it with you. So I think I can give the game, give a digital copy of the game to somebody else. I only have one token. So if that is the case, I may be just giving a game away. A Way Out, actually. Let's see if I can successfully get away from these cops.
All units, negative visual on suspect. Repeat, visual contact lost.
So these tires are shot to hell. And I usually don't buy digital games. I really don't. I'm going to get the physical copies of them anyway, so I just wanted to be able to stream it as soon as it comes out. And seeing that we here at the Gamer Show don't get any sponsorship by any other entities, I just went on ahead and secured it.
Sorry about that.
All units, pursuit is called off. Abandon search and return to patrols. Repeat, pursuit is called off. Abandon search and return to patrols.
Snitches get stitches, man. Oh, also Heavy Rain. Heavy Rain I got today too. When you pre-ordered Detroit, they give you Heavy Rain. And normally I don't do the pre-orders like the GameStop stuff. I don't do that. But that was a good deal. Because regularly it's like $9 inside of GameStop. That's just for the PlayStation version. And
nah, that shit was Sal.
What? The fuck's making that sound? This is going
You need to send the police.
There's been a homicide reported in River Row. If there's a unit in the area, maybe you can pass by and check it out.
Tell me what's going down at Roy's warehouse. The boss is trying to get medical supplies to Cuba for extra cash. I know where the shipment is. Rest in peace, asshole.
So I lost train of thought. But yeah, Heavy Rain by itself is $29 for the digital copy, and $9 at GameStop for the PlayStation 3 copy. but I always wanted to play it. I played like the first maybe 10 minutes of it, and I just stopped playing it. So I really wanted to get back into it.
Responding unit. Suspect sighted downtown. All units, negative visual on suspect. Begin search in immediate vicinity. All units be advised. Suspect located. On-scene units engaging. All units, negative visual on suspect. Begin search in immediate vicinity.
Yeah, I got my hands on the PS1. Actually, my ex threw away a lot of my video game consoles, like a lot of my retro consoles. And, I'm just now getting my stuff back. But I have a lot of I have all the emulators actually, so there's really no need for me to get the actual system. But it just, you know, emulator is not as great as having the real thing. So. Oh, this dude's hot on my tail.
All units, pursuit is called off. Abandon search and return to patrol. Repeat, pursuit is called off. Abandon search and return to patrol.
He was in my way, so that was his fault. Oh, wow. Oh, I gotta steal the medical supply truck. I haven't seen it. But all the well, I'm not going to say all, but majority of the Tomb Raider games are pretty good. Come on, man. The last Tomb Raider game I didn't complete. The last one before that one I did. There's a lot of games that I have, as you can see, like over 400, close to 400 games that I haven't. Well, no, that's not accurate. It's 360 some odd games, maybe 370, close to 370 games that I haven't. I haven't completed. I mean, well, not 300 some odd games. There's so many games that I have, and I really haven't completed all them joints, you know.
We need to get this shit moved out of here. Don't feel right.
Brother, it's not like the law is gonna catch us running TVs or some shit.
No, they're just gonna catch us running medicine. Medicine we stole from a goddamn charity. Not only that, we're selling it to them Reds in goddamn Cuba.
Now you get a conscience. My friend, them commies, they're paying us with
Huh? Grabbing some cover! I'm gonna cut you off! Get out of there! Fuck your mother!
Got it. Get your ass.
Switch that ammo!
I don't think I ever completed Dead Space, any of the Dead Space games. It's just so many games that I have that I actually, now, not even comparing the combination of PlayStation 4 games, there are a few other console games that I have, like Xbox One and Dreamcast. And mind you, I do have all the emulators of most of the systems. So, well over 5,000 games, 6,000, 7,000 games. Well over that. Switch games too. There are plenty of games that I've played that I've never beat. Like I never beat this game. Mafia 3. It's just, it gets, I think it gets to the point where I just have so much, so many games. And it gets like frustrating after a while because I'm like, okay, I have all the games. I don't know what to play. Like Saturday, I'm gonna get with a couple of buddies, and we're going to play The Simpsons, the 4-player arcade game. We're gonna play that. Just have my folks come over, have a good time. You know what I'm saying? Get some drinks or whatever, and we're just gonna enjoy ourselves. You know.
What's this? Medical supplies. Antibiotics, bandages, bunch of other stuff. Thought you could put it to good use.
I probably don't want to know where this came from.
Don't ask and I won't have to tell you.
Fair enough. I know some folks who can use this.
Well, you're probably talking about Super Mario Odyssey. Now I've beat Super Mario Odyssey. It was a fun game. Oh, let me go get some meds.
Morning.
Maybe in here. Okay. You know, like some games like that don't have replayability. Um,
Shut the fuck up. They don't call him uncle because he's family. It's a sign of respect, you dumb motherfucker. So if I ever catch you...
but they did add a mode for Super Mario Odyssey. Something with Luigi. Oh, there's some more stuff even behind here. Like Bayonetta came out on the Switch, and I've never played it. When it was out on whatever system it was. It's just some games I'm not really into. See, that's why Mike and I work so well, because there's some games that he's not into, and there's some games that I'm not into, but at the same time we share a passion for video games. Because I tell you right now, like when I get games, motorcycle games, he won't review them joints. He just Mike is not going to review a motorcycle game because he's not into bikes. Like, I'm a motorcyclist, you know what I'm saying? Mike is not, so he's not gonna. He be like, nah, I don't want to play it. I'm good for it. But me, it's like, oh, motorcycle game, yeah, I'll play that joint. I'll review it. Yeah, that's true. When that's a something I try to tell people. Like, it's a form of relaxation. You know what I'm saying? You have a hard day at work, boss getting on your nerves. You know, you don't want to kirk out, so you come home and you take your frustration out on your video game. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was a game for me that I always, every time I would get home from work, when I was working Geek Squad at Best Buy, every time I get home from work, I'll play that joint. And it was just a demo. It was a fight night. You know, because even though I loved working at Best Buy, it wasn't so much the company, it was the customers. You know, calling you derogatory names like geek and all that other stuff. And when I worked at Best Buy, I wasn't the average perception of a geek. Like if you know me in the streets, you would never know that I play video games or I'm a PC technician. You would never know because I never give off that type of aura. You know what I mean? Not that I'm ashamed about it. It's just that you would never know. I mean, I love it. I love playing video games. I love at that time still, you know, repairing, fixing computers and stuff like that. But these guys will come inside Best Buy and be like the geek and all this other stuff. And I'm not one that goes to work and feel I should be disrespected. So I stand up for myself. Okay. So I can have a person calling me geeks and all this other stuff and I'll step to them. I'm like real live. I'm like, look, dude. I told this one customer, I was like, don't let the suit and tie fool you, man. Because he just kept going at me, man. He just kept going at me for no reason. And I decided not to take his computer in. And I think I was the only tech. No. I think it was like maybe 3 of us working that shift. And one was out on the call and the other one was in the back doing something. And he waited there for a good like 45 minutes for somebody to take his computer in. And then he kept trying to apologize. But at that point, I was just basically done. And I think I've worked every retail computer repair place. Comp USA, Staples. Staples was Easy Tech. Circuit City was Fire Dog. Best Buy, Geek Squad. I forgot what Comp USA used to call them. Then a little mama pop shop. When I was working at Staples, man, I'm gonna put this dude on blast, right? This dude and this chick on blast. Before I got hired at Staples, I had an interview, and the manager at this time, his name is Don. Yeah, his name is Don. Don was the manager. Now, me speaking to Don, I told him, okay, well, look, I know how to repair Macs as well as PCs. I repair video game systems, Apple products like the iPads, the iPods. And the dude was like, yeah, okay. So he didn't believe that I could do anything that I was saying I could do. A couple of months down the road, my good friend Eugene, right? My good friend Eugene, that was my manager. He was an older cat. We took the store. It was in Clinton, Maryland. We took that store and we made so much money for that store, man. We had other stores calling us, asking us how did we spike up in repair services.
Anybody follow you? Roy is rattled.
And what happened was that a lot of people was bringing in all these different items other than what we could repair. And we had a room in the back where we stored like computers or whatever I was working on, because I was the only Easy Tech there. And every time Don would come in, he was like, why is there a PlayStation in the back? Why is there an Xbox in the back? I think this was the time that the 360 kept getting a red ring of death and the PlayStation 3 kept getting a blue light of death, and people was bringing it in. Now, I could be doing stuff on the side, which I was doing, like my own personal people. But like people came into the store, I would strike up a conversation, and that's how I met my good friend Ty McCray. Right, Ty, he brought in a PC, and we got to talking, and I found out that he was using the PC to do music. So I was like, Ty, a Mac is probably better because that's what I use to edit music on and, edit videos and stuff like that. Macs are made for that. And he took my recommendation and brought a Mac. And little did I know he lived like up the street from in the same neighborhood, like a block over. And we became good friends after that. But they just thought I was crazy. And we made a bunch of sales, and then this other guy named John Dinglebat, he was a dickhead, man. He came in and he was like, we're gonna turn this into a specialist store, you gonna get this and da 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 and all this other crap, making big promises, man, that led nowhere. And so yeah, like Staples was like working with these jerks, man. Never kept their promises. They screwed me over so many times, man, to the point where I was just done with them.
You're not supposed to be over here,
Shut
sir.
up.
And don't come back.
I'm just trying to find a medical supply.
Customers aren't allowed in this area.
I don't give a damn. You talk about in the game? Well, Don, if you're talking about that, Don was a white guy. Oh, your customers. Yeah, doing a lot of stereotyping. Don was a white guy, right? So I come in, I got dreads, short, chubby, dark-skinned dude. How you know how to do this, all this. Didn't believe anything. And then when he started seeing like iPods and iPad and nanos in the back and all that other stuff, then he started believing. And at that time, I just lost respect for Don. And I was like, me and him would go head to head. But then me and my man Eugene, he was the only one that really believed in what I could do. So, I mean, me and Eugene, we butted heads a couple of times, but that was my folks. That was my man, because he always listened to me. You know what I'm saying? And it was like me, Mike, Eugene, Traylene, Ashley, and then this other dude. But when we all worked together, man, it was like it wasn't really like working. It was just like spending time out, hanging out. You know what I'm saying? And this one, I think his name was Wilson. He was the manager at Best Buy when I started working there. And he was another one. He was another guy that didn't. He was another guy that didn't believe in me. When I first went to go work for Best Buy, I had in Milton. That's his name, Milton. It was a store in Bowie, Maryland. I went to go interview there, and Milton. I had a long conversation with the dude, He was like, the whole time we were just talking about computers, and I told him, you know, that I repair computers on the side, and did all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't think I told him that I repair computers on the side, because I don't think I was doing that too heavily at that point. But the whole conversation was just about computer and technology. And at that time, I didn't know that that Geek Squad, that there was a computer repair shop inside of Best Buy. But the whole interview, this cat says, I got the perfect place to put you. Now I'm thinking, okay, he going to put me on computer sales because I know about PCs. And this was the time when like E-machines and Pentium 3s was the hot thing. Well, not E-machines. E-machines was, oh my God, they were some crap. But he said stock. Like, you put me in the stock room after I have this hour conversation with you about electronics and all that I can do, and that pissed me off. Fast forward like 2-3 months later, there was this guy that came to work for the company, and he was a manager, and I swear to God, he instantly picked up on my frustration. He said, man, let me talk to you for a second. He was like, we was unloading the truck, and he pulled me up. He was like, you seem like you don't want to be here. I was like, I don't. I was like, because I interviewed for a position, and they stuck me here on computers. I mean, in the stock room. I was like, I'm worth more than what they're trying to target me as. I was like, I'm a good PC builder and all this other stuff. He's like, look, give me a week, and I'm gonna put you in the right place. So I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever, dude. It was a young cat, right? I think that next week, I went to go to work, and I'm in the back unloading the truck. He was like, what you doing back here? I was like, what are you talking about? I'm thinking that the dude fired me. He was like, no, man, you don't work back here no more. You work in computer sales. I was like, oh, ain't nobody tell me that.
Swear I heard something.
So there were still a few good people, but I tell you, Best Buy was one of the best places I ever worked at, because the managers listen to you. You know what I'm saying? But I was working at the store in Bowie, Maryland, and I was working part-time, and there became a position for full-time Geek Squad technician. No, what happened was I'm going to forward. After I got moved to PC, selling PCs, then that's when I noticed that the Geek Squad or whatever. I was like, well, I know how to repair computers, because when the customers were buying the computers, I would upsell them, or I would, upsell them. You need some RAM and all this other stuff. So I wouldn't upsell them just to get sales, because I didn't get paid on commission. But like some of the machines that they were buying and what they were trying to do didn't have enough memory to do what they were trying to do. So I would tell them, hey, look, you need some RAM and this, that, and the other. And when they bought the stuff, I would open it up right there and install the RAM. So the people at Geek Squad kept looking, you know what I'm saying? They noticed the stuff. It was like, why is this guy always opening up the stuff and installing it? And I think somebody approached me one day. I was like, well, I build computers. I know what I'm doing. And then I started working for Geek Squad.
He's over here, you bunch of fuckwits. That's some good shit. We can kill all of us.
They're gonna have to carry you out.
Boom, boom. Here I come.
Take down, boy. Give it a shot.
I see him.
Give it a shot. Grab some cover.
He's empty. Get him.
Shit, he's picking us off.
Look.
Shit, he's picking us off.
What was I saying? I forgot.
I'm ducking down.
Yeah, but
He never should have got this far.
He won't get away from me.
He's got me pinned.
I can make things good again for you, Roy. Join my crew.
Great. That sounds great. Whatever you say.
See? Things are already looking up.
what was I saying? Well, I should. If you watch the show, we do these segments called horror stories. So that was a good one for you.
Need you guys to secure the smuggling operation at the warehouse.
Nice work. Those Finooks never should have fucked with me. I'll send some of my crew. You take the Doc Union back, and then fuck Greco will be done.
Yeah, but like I said, Best Buy was probably one of the best techie places that I worked at. That's how I got into Star Wars. They I forgot what episode came out, but we got to go see it, the premiere of it. And
well, today I'm sure the file on Vito's skeleton is about 3 feet thick, but
that's how I actually got into Star Wars, because I knew about Star Wars, but I was never into it until I saw
so
the
we weren't
movie.
really keeping tabs on guys like Vittorio Scaletta till after that. Now, we know he served in World War II and did a 6-year stint in prison for theft and illegal distribution of federal rations. It's generally believed he was a made member of the Falcone family in Empire Bay, though he's also a suspect in the death of Don Carlo Falcone. Now, if he did kill the Don, Vito must have had friends in high places because he was allowed to live. He was exiled, though, and forced to relocate down here, and the commission convinced Sal Marcano to make Vito a lieutenant and give him some rackets.
I think there's money in here. Oh, here it is. Give me that. Give me that. Jeez, there's money all over here, bro.
I'm getting out of the way.
Money, 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 money. Money. Oh, they got money everywhere, bro. Money. see if they got some money upstairs. You know what I mean? Nah, but they got some. Oh, they got a sniper. Oh man, sniper rifle. Could have used it.
Trouble here! Getting down!
They got some more money. Now there's a way for you to purchase more guns, man, but I don't remember how to do that. I forgot how to do it. There's a truck that comes up to you, and you can purchase guns that way.
Get someone out here to rip a roll for this cash.
Hold your horses, I'll get to you.
We're gonna take over.
Oh!
Keep this safe.
I knew I was about to get hit too. Alright. Oh my god. I gotta get a more comfortable chair. This chair is murder. Very. Very. Well, there's a lot more to come, though. Very creative mind I have. And Mike and I are producing a cartoon. Can't let the name out yet, because we don't have a lot of stuff copyright, or we don't have the what is it called, the trademark for some of the stuff yet. But we're working on a cartoon. It's going to be very controversial. And you're going to see a lot of things come out. You're going to see where all my creativity comes from. There are some shows that we're going to ask people to produce. Like if you send us an idea for the show, we're going to produce the show. I mean, I just can't wait. Right now, we're self-teaching ourselves how to use the animation software that we're using to create the cartoon. So once we get that down, we're going to start working on episodes, and we got to get 10 of them done by September. That way I can go ahead and copyright all 10 episodes, so I can have one series already done, and we're just going to test market. Well, the cartoon is going to be funny. The cartoon is going to be controversial. The cartoon, no one is safe. No one. And it's going to be funny, man. It's going to be real funny. Just make sure you follow The Gamer Show on YouTube, and all of our information is in the description of the stream. So just make sure you follow. Because I think I'm gonna rent out a venue, and we're going to premiere it as well as live stream it, so everybody get to see the first episode at the same time. Maybe the first 2 episodes. Maybe we'll do the first 2 episodes. But I'm telling you, it's hella funny. Hella funny. Trust me, you will laugh. You will laugh and your jaw will drop. And at the end of the day, what we're trying to do is we're trying to get the cartoon on Adult Swim. So once we successfully do that, I mean, it's going to have its own YouTube channel. Hopefully, we can get it on iTunes as well. But it will have its own YouTube channel. But once I secure a couple of episodes, I'm gonna just go ahead and put it out there for the people to subscribe to the YouTube page. Because even though it's affiliated with the Gamer Show, I want it to have its own page and its own cult following. You know what I mean?
Good to see you, bro. We have been blessed. Don't forget our agreement. He's too humble. But the sooner we end Marcana, the sooner we make New Bordeaux a better place for black. When I first opened my shop,
okay, there was I do remember being able to upgrade my guns and stuff like that.
Today they beg me to help them. That's progress.
But September is when we're trying to debut the cartoon. So everybody who's watching the stream or the rebroadcast of this stream, man, just hold out till September. Now, how was I able to... Oh, maybe that's it.
I'm running low. Can you send supplies to Del Rey Holler?
Going at you. Hang tight.
Sure.
You can use? Show me what you got. Hope you.
No, not really. And here's the thing. Hold up. Here's the thing. Obama's not really the first black president, right? I think I may have said this before in the stream, but Obama's not the first black president. Let me ask you a question, Portal. Who was the first black president? Answer that question for me.
I'll be with that. See you later. Ah! Run, run, run!
I need to open up more slots. Hold on, y'all, for a second. I got to take a personal call. No, actually, hold on, y'all. Nope. And it's not to make a joke of it, but a lot of people say that, like Bill Clinton, he was the first black president. Nah, just because he did a lot of stuff for minorities, that's not it.
I'm running low. Can you send supplies to Del Rey Holler?
There was a gentleman by the name of Brian. What was his name? Hold up. First black president.
You spot anything you can use?
Brian C. Denton, I think. No, it wasn't Brown C. Then John Hanson was the first black president. He wasn't appointed; he was elected. It was back in 18 something, I believe. Well, it was during the era of. Hold up, let me. Yeah,
Hope you're happy with that.
John Hanson. He wasn't elected; he was appointed. And yeah, not that many people know that. So the big craze when Obama was elected, it was just about electing the right man for the job. It didn't matter if he was black, white, Spanish, or whatever nationality he was. It didn't really matter. It was the person that did the best job.
Show me what you got. Done.
And they gave him a lot of flack, but you have to remember he was handed crap. You know what I'm saying? He was handed a boatload of crap. So he came into office like hold up. I can't chew gum and talk at the same time apparently. But that's what he was handed. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I got those. He was handed so much mess. There was some slots that I should be able to open. Automatic weapons.
I'm out of here.
Gotta unload some of this cash in the hollow.
Hold your horses, I'll get to you.
Nah, because you got too many racist clowns. You got too many racist clowns still out here that think that the white race is the more superior out of everybody. Failing to remember that this land that they claim
How you doing?
is stolen land. It's not really ours. It's not really mine or yours, unless you're Native American. So. See, how do you unlock that?
Things are gonna change.
I don't know how to unlock that. I'm gonna go do this one right here. As I said before, when I was small, I used to get in trouble a lot in school because, especially on Christopher Columbus Day, which I still don't celebrate to this day, I didn't understand how you can find something that was never lost. Like, why would you say that you found America when you didn't find America? They had Native Americans already living here, so how can you find something that wasn't lost? So, that to me, can I just walk in your house and say I found your house and everything in it?
We need the police down here. Booty cock.
I would say equally both. The amount of land that you see that the Native Americans have is slim to none. And they won't have all of that pretty soon. You know, African Americans, the descendants of slaves, like, you know, myself, descendant of a slave. We weren't asked to be brought over here. We weren't asked to be brought over here. We were forced, kidnapped. And white America sometimes can't handle that. I mean, to this day, you still have racism. You would think that we wouldn't have it, but we still have it through all the stuff that we've been through. You know, that this day and age, we still have people that think that there's no superior race other than white. You know, Hollywood. It's a running joke in Hollywood that black people don't amount to nothing. And I give you an example of it. Now, some people may say that this is petty, but it's not. If you ever looked at the first Transformer movie, and if you were a fan of the Transformers, as I was when I was growing up, and you watched all the cartoons in the 80s, right? Jazz was played by, I forget his name, but Jazz had a white voice. I mean, a black voice, right? So in the movie, Jazz gets murked by Megatron. I mean, he gets just brutally killed by Megatron. And in the movie, if you ever followed the cartoon, Jazz didn't die. Even when Transformers the movie came out, Jazz didn't. I don't think Jazz died when the Decepticons attacked. But that running joke where he killed them, it was like, you want a piece of me? Here's 2 pieces, and he ripped them to shreds. It's like every Hollywood movie, a black guy has to die first. That's in horror movies. That's in everything, and you know what I'm saying. I mean, Jazz was played by his character voice was black. You know what I'm saying? And then you can hear his mannerisms, like the yo-yo slang and all that other stuff. It's just a shame that they have to depict us as not being equally valued in this country. And that's just one example. I mean, you can look at a lot of examples of how Hollywood just treats a lot of black actors. And like Black Panther, you know, the reason why everybody's all like ooh and ah about Black Panther is because when you grew up, who were the superheroes that you could identify yourself with, or that you mainly heard of? You didn't really hear about any black superheroes, right? The main superheroes that you heard about was Superman, Spider-Man, Batman, Aquaman, Wonder Woman, all these other characters. Now, mind you, these are fictional people, you know what I'm saying, with made up powers. But a lot of African American kids didn't have anybody to look up to, as far as, you know, I mean, I don't think any kid dumb enough to put on a cape and jump out the window and think that they can fly. But they didn't have any type of representation saying that, hey, we can be something other than pimps and drug dealers and all this other stuff, right? So with the Black Panther joint, that's why everybody was all like really hyped up about it, because it showed damn it, I'm trying to get out of here and I think I'm trapped. It showed us in a different light. It didn't show us as criminals. It didn't depict us as drug dealers. It didn't depict us as rappers or basketball players or some type of entertainer like that. It depicted us as heroes. You know what I'm saying? So that's why. And then Black Panther, like my man Mike Clark, the other half of the game show, he's good at these Marvel stuff, because I don't know too much about it. But from what Mike told me, Black Panther was introduced in the Fantastic Four comics. And damn, that's when he was introduced, but he wasn't mainstream. Like, you didn't hear about Black Panther in anything. So when they finally made a movie about this fictional character, I mean, you had a lot of excited kids, rightfully so. Now they can see that, you know, they can grow up and, I mean, not put on some type of suit and deflect bullets and all this other stuff. Yeah, I mean, like, the joint that, if you ever remember a movie called, damn, what was that movie called? With Bruce Willis and Chris Tucker. Like, Chris Tucker character didn't make any sense. And I don't have any ill wills between anybody and their sexuality. I mean, I believe that everybody is equal. You know what I'm saying? Whether not dependent, but it doesn't matter what your sexuality is. Oh! What your sexuality is, what your race is, you deserve to be treated equally. And I'm sorry. I'm sitting up here trying to get out, and I'm stuck. I forgot what. Oh yeah, that Fifth Element. Yeah, that's what it was called. Yeah, but his character didn't make any sense. And they always stereotype every character, every black character. Like there hasn't been a black character that had a leading role that didn't have to do with stereotype. Now I can say like Blade, and, well I'm going to take that back. There has been movies that African Americans starred in that didn't have anything to do with being stereotyped. Denzel Washington, it's a good example. I don't think Denzel Washington ever took a role that would put him in a different light. What else? Samuel L. Jackson. I don't think he takes roles that put him in a different light. What's the best vampire movie? I love that movie. Yeah, I didn't know that it had something to do with Marvel when I first saw it. But it's not a black and white issue. It's just that black folks like myself, we want to be treated equally. And I don't think, I think the only time that a black man will get treated equally is if they open up a new planet and put us on it. Because if it hasn't happened by now, it's not going to happen. The laws are different for black people than they are our counterparts. We get more jail time. We get harassed more. I've been looking at a lot of open and carry videos, like guys just walking down the street with rifles, and I've been looking at a lot of those videos, and the way that they treat African Americans with the open and carry law, like they'll just roll up on them with the guns out and ready to kill these dudes because they're practicing their right to open and carry. But they'll just, politely come up, "Hey, how you doing, sir?" to a white man, like, "Hey, how you doing? We just had a call that you're out here carrying a gun. We just wanna," and it's just so different. You know what I'm saying? So black people just want to be treated equally, man. And we'll never get it. I can tell you that right. We'll never get it. Never, ever, 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 ever. Like you said, with Obama being in office, you would think that would be something that would change, but it didn't. Oh man, I ran right into the gator. Well, good, because next time swim faster. Oh, I wasn't dead. Okay, he just tagged me. Oh my God, am I trapped in this joint? Oh. I was about to say. traction on these tires, bro. Oh, I gotta. I'm gonna do that horror story. I was about to tell you what happened when I was at GameStop, but I think I'm gonna save that for a horror story. I think I'm gonna save that for a horror story. Oh wow. I didn't mean to do that. Ah, stop, fool. I'm gonna need to accommodate this vehicle.
Move! I'll kick your ass, you little shit!
Are you gonna kick your ass? Oh, watch your mouth. I forget what GameStop it was at. Oh, yo, this young lady kept pressuring me. Oh man, I want to tell this story so bad. But you're gonna have to wait till the episode.
That fucking curve. I swear to God above, I just about shit myself. I put the gas to the floor and left that piece of shit.
Yeehaw. Okay. Okay, let me do this. Sabotage the Union trailers. Oh, I didn't do. Did I already do this stuff and didn't just follow all the way with mission run? I think that's what I did. Did I get the money? Oh, I didn't get the money. I killed him though. Oh. No move, sir. Keep your dead body right there. I'll be right back. Dead as a man. I'm going to accommodate your vehicle here, sir.
Come home and pee and moan about it. My uncle and my daddy served in the last war, and you'd never hear them say a peep about what they had to do.
I appreciate you listening as long as you have.
We cannot allow our hearts to become hardened to the pain and suffering of others.
Okay, then.
My church is the city of New Bordeaux, and my congregation, every single one of her citizens.
And where's my whip? Oh. I just seen something where I can do some repairs, I think.
I hate getting wet.
Oh no, that's just the cars. I don't want to do anything with the car. Must be upstairs. Yeah.
Take a wrong turn, son.
Cocksucker Greco. Fucking making a working man wait.
Let's treat this boy wrong. That shit's all him. Fire it! Fire it now!
Time to die, quick.
There's been a homicide reported in River Row. If there's a unit in the area, maybe you can pass by and check it out.
He's reloading!
All units, pursuit is called off. Abandon search and return to patrol.
Dang. I wasted all them bullets for nothing.
Why would I pay to go to the game when I can watch it on TV for free?
during Mardi Gras, dressed like a pretty mermaid.
What did I just say? The law must be notified.
That didn't sound right.
Hey, hey, you okay? Lord God. What did I just say? We need the police down here.
Have them IDs and your dues. If you're waiting on your appointment, the line's over here.
How you doing? Hey, where are the guns? Gonna have something for me today. Come on. It's been the same story for the last... Take him down! Back in that dipshit! Jesus Christ!
Oh.
For a job as you've done slowing work at the dock union, I'm surprised. Word is Andy Toretto's down at the dock union, demanding to know who's been stopping his people from collecting dues.
Think he tipped off Greco to what's been happening?
Nah. Knowing Andy, he'd probably see Greco in the ground next to you if he could. But he's a lifer, and if he's got a job to do, he's gonna goddamn well do it. Bad fucking situation all around.
And it's about to get worse. Tell the boys they'll be back to work soon, Jock.
You pissed Toretto off just enough that he's back at the dock union. You're gonna have to deal with him.
Wait, the party can't be around here. We have a party near the dock. Check that address. Wait, I see. Why does any color person want to patronize a white business anyway? Let him have their shops and we'll have ours. Support your own people. Seems damn simple to me. Yeah, simple don't know any better. Oh, rich folks who long lived in fear of losing their wealth to the unknown other. Whatever. Money comes in, but it doesn't go to improving his city. That's obvious. Maybe. Now is not the time to turn our backs on nonviolence, because it is working, and the murder of Dr. King is in fact proof of that. We must continue his legacy or risk allowing his death to be in vain. I suppose. Just the fact that George Wallace is even running for the presidency is terrifying to me. And yet another reminder that we're barely getting started in our war of equality. A lot of great folks have made the ultimate sacrifice for us to have the freedoms we have now. And while I know things aren't exactly a vision of beauty, it's important for us to reflect on the progress we have made. Right on. There are those among us who believe the only path to success is by breaking the law. But there is one set of laws you cannot break, and that's the laws of God. That is true. I'm not out here trying to tell you who I think you should vote for, or which cause you should get behind. I am here to encourage you to get involved. We need direction in our lives, or else we end up spinning
And
in
they
circles,
still have
living a
fixed
life
the
of
lot in front of
indecision.
my place. My tax dollars at work.
Maybe. Well, it's pretty fucking simple. If you don't want to be called a pig, then quit rattling around in the mud. Whatever. Well, it's pretty fucking simple. If you don't want to be called a pig, then quit rattling around in the mud.
Ooh, always hated the way it smelled by the water.
Now is not the time to turn our backs on nonviolence, because it is working, and the murder of Dr. King is in fact proof of that. We must continue his legacy or risk allowing his death to be in vain. Nah. Wait, Potter can't be around here. Who'd have a Potter near the dock? Check the address again. Huh? I've sat down with members of the Southern Union, looked them in the eyes and seen the face of evil. But believe that that can only be eradicated by changing hearts and minds, not waging war. Whatever. No one makes it the same. It's all about the way your blood makes it rather than a set recipe. Now, personally, I like mine the same way as Satchmo. Red beans, rice.
Sorry about that, y'all.
Like that fills your heart.
Take me a little food break.
It's infested with good old boys who only wish to preserve an outdated set of ideals propagated
If you
by
don't
the
mind.
Southern Union. Yep.
Our next a ticket to the game this weekend. Want to come? Possibly.
So y'all hold up for a second. I'll be right back. Actually, y'all, I think that's going to do it for me for the stream tonight. I want to thank everybody who watched the live broadcast and who's watching the rebroadcast of the Shareplay Day. But if there's anybody here that wants to share play, either this game or any of the close to 400 titles that we do currently own, I'll keep the stream going. If not, I'm gonna just go ahead and cut the stream, give me something to eat, and I'll probably be back on a little bit later on. Going once, going twice. Anybody wants to stream any Shareplay any game if you have a PS4? I forgot to turn the light on too. All right, well, that's gonna be it, man. I'll probably be back a little bit later on, but again, thank you everybody who watched the live broadcast and who be watching the restreaming of the broadcast or whatever. But y'all take it easy, and I will be back a little bit later on tonight. All right.